everyone, it's Jay McLean here. It's a pleasure to meet you all once again. And welcome to another edition of Life Master. They've had several businesses from franchising to the health industry. The current venture they have is that they're best-selling authors to a wonderful book called The Wheel of Life, 8 Keys to Success. So I congratulate you both for that.
Thank you.
And so we want to talk more about this, the book, and where it's going to, and really where it's going to come from. So my first question really is to get a little bit of background about yourselves and really how you got involved in balancing your life and how you became such an expert.
Thank you, Jay. That was a lovely introduction. I guess really I started as a chemical engineer at university and graduated as a chemical engineer. After finishing my degree as a chemical engineer, I went out there and thought, this is not really what I want to do. And it was something, you had to get an education, that sort of mentality that brought me into that.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, after deciding, well, that's not what I'm going to do with my life, I went into business. I decided to buy a restaurant with a few other people. So we bought a restaurant in the city, very busy restaurant. Mind you, I didn't last long because I guess I burnt the candle at both ends, being young and wanting to experience life and everything. It wasn't that it wasn't successful, but I spent just too many hours early morning till late at night, and then going out afterwards as well.
True.
I think it lasted 8 months.
Oh, really?
And then we said, this is not working. We need doing delicatessen chains around Australia. And so we ended up franchising those out, then building a huge structure where we employed hundreds of people and had factories and offices and all over the state, all over the country.
Jeez.
And it was, everyone says, wow, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And of course, after all that, we thought, look, this is really not fulfilling our lives. It's not giving us what we want. Sure, it created, the finances. I ended up having, like lunch with the Prime Minister. There was something missing. It wasn't fulfilling enough. So we decided, okay, let's look at something else. And we had a passion, both Linda and I have a passion for alternative medicine and alternative health and lifestyle. So we started looking at the alternative health industry. So I ended up getting diplomas, and Linda as well, in naturopathy, in herbal medicine, in NLP, in clinical hypnotherapy. I've got degrees in all those things, and thinking that's going to help, and that's going to, finally give us the answers we're looking for. And while it was very fulfilling, and it, gets you in touch with all that stuff, it's wonderful, but there's still, it wasn't everything. And so we looked, well, what's missing? What else do we need in our lives? And I guess the final piece that came to us was the time when we started to give back. Mm-hmm. Instead of just what can we get, what can we build on for ourselves, well, we started giving back to people. The joy and the fulfillment that gave us, it was unmeasurable. And so we got so much joy and happiness out of giving back to people, out of giving back and supporting people. So we started focusing on that. And I guess we come to the realization that it's not one individual thing. It was when you got all those things in balance, when you got your finances in a state that you're happy with, when you got your health in a state you're happy with, when you've got your spirituality and your belief and your core into balance. When all those come into balance, then your life lives in harmony. And it's when it's when they're all together. That's when it really comes through. And I guess that was, what prompted us to write the book too, because I have a lot of clients who I mentor and talk to, and they're all saying, this is great information, but you've got to share it with other people as well. And I guess the opportunity came about for us to do exactly that, was to share the book with a lot more people. And as you mentioned earlier, it's finally become a bestseller, and we're both really excited about that, which means people are reading it.